All right. Good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. It's the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD. WD, it's off season now. Um, so now we're starting to talk about things that's going to occur with our Saints in the off season. So how you feeling about all of that? First off, how you doing, fam?
Oh, I'm doing fine, but it just kind of bugs me, as a fan of this team, the Saints, that we looking at all these playoff teams and we seeing certain teams have the success with certain coaches that we probably should have hired. Looking at the Jaguars and other teams, but I can't get too far ahead of myself on that. I mean, it wouldn't be getting ahead of myself because I mean that's just being real, but we gotta go with what we work with as fans, man. We gotta, sit back and just chill and just hope for the best. I guess that's all we can do.
Right. So Who That Nation, I hope you guys having a wonderful Sunday night. I know it's the start. Well, the weekend is closing out. I know the playoff game is going on right now. I got it on my other TV. But yeah, Who That Nation, just wanted to get on here tonight. Basically, what I wanted to do, if you guys missed out on the little mini clip I made the other day, I said I was going to start doing about 2 to 3 mini segments a week, depending on how my schedule looking. But just talking about different topics that's about to start occurring with the Saints. As far as the DA news, I really wasn't shocked on him coming back that I want him back. No, but I mean he coming back, so it is what it is. But um, yeah, really didn't have no response to that because I didn't want him back, but he's back, so I just gotta roll with it. But anyway, that situation done took care of itself. Now feel like we need to be focused on the Sean Payton situation. So we know Sean is not coming back to the Saints. So we can be able to maneuver. Mickey will be able to, maneuver around and see what he can get for Sean, on whatever team. I don't know if Sean Payton gonna make the decision on what team he want to go to or Mickey. I believe it's gonna go if Sean agrees to be the coach of this team and the team agrees to sign him. They got to get some compensation worked out. So it got to be an agreement with Mickey along with the other team's head coach. So we're gonna go through the list of all the teams, and then I'm gonna open the phone lines up. We hadn't opened the phone lines up in a while, so we're gonna open the phone lines up and get you guys' thoughts on what team you think he should go to. What's some possible scenarios? Man, I was just looking at some of these draft picks. I'm gonna get into. I ain't gonna, say which one looked the best now, but I'm pretty sure you all know which team is looking really good. That we could get some great compensation and possibly a top 5 pick in this year's draft, which we need. Um, but that's gonna pretty much be the show tonight. We're just gonna keep it on that topic. I know there's other things that's occurring, but yeah, like far as the DA comments and stuff. Hey man, what else can we do? Mickey said he coming back, so we just gotta see what the man gonna do this off season and just go forward from there. But first things first, I think is this Sean Payton situation. So that's gonna be the rundown. But I put up this clip because I wanted to let you guys hear what Mickey has to say about Sean, and then we can give our thoughts on this Mickey clip on Sean before we get into
Yeah.
this.
It's complicated, because look, I have such, great respect for him. He's a close friend of mine. He's a great coach. All those things. I want the best for him. I do. We do collectively as an organization. I mean, he gave everything that he could possibly give to the New Orleans Saints and took us to heights that, the organization, the team never achieved before. So I absolutely want the best for him. But I also recognize that he's a valuable asset. His contract is a valuable asset to our club, and it's our duty to maximize that. Look, I think between the quarterback of a team and the head coach, no one else impacts winning more than those two guys in any building. And so I know what he brings to the table, and I know that's really valuable, and it's our obligation to maximize that value. If he chooses to coach again within that time frame where we have those rights.
Okay, so pretty much, let me stop this. Okay, so pretty much, just a little clip of him talking about Sean. I think that's very important to put out because um, we know the relationship that Sean and Mickey said they have. I've heard Sean say that Mickey is his best friend. So if they got that kind of relationship, a situation like this, I just hope Mickey don't put his personal feelings into this and keep it all the way business. Because if he don't, then we could possibly get screwed. Even with a team like, let's just say, I, we will get into that. I don't want to put no team out yet, but just say one of these teams that I'm gonna put out. Hopefully, Mickey try to maximize and get the most compensation as possible. We look back on that John Gruden deal. I do know it was multiple first rounds. I'm not sure the whole compensation package for John Gruden. That was back in the early 2000s, I think 03 or something like that. But he was maximized like that, and he wasn't even. This was before he gave the Buccaneers the Super Bowl. So if he had that much of a value, just imagine what Sean can bring to the table. So, like I said, hopefully Mickey keeps the personal out of it, and we can get some great compensation back. So let's just go ahead and get started. WD, you got any thoughts on that? Do you think Mickey's personal will get in the way of this, or do you think he gonna keep it all the way business?
I think it can. It's possible that this little buddy thing can actually play a huge effect on the team, and that'll be pretty unfortunate to the franchise. I mean, I hope he keeps it business. I mean, if he doesn't, then we're pretty much screwed. I mean, I feel like we already screwed just for this season upcoming. That's why I feel like they're YOLOing with DA. But that's just another discussion for another day, I guess, or another time, I'll say. But truthfully, I mean, looking at all the options, I'm pretty sure we're going to at least get a first rounder. So as long as we get a first rounder, I mean, you can't really say that we're getting screwed. So there's that.
Facts. And I want to apologize. I got too caught up giving the opening statement and forgot to give a shout out to everyone in the comment section. So let's go there right quick. Shout out to the OG Jerry Poor in the building. Who that? See, we got this Poppy 504 said, who that? Who that to you, fam? I see JT in the building saying, glad you are back. Who that to you, fam? Okay, I see Doug Carleon saying, what's up, family? What's good, fam? We'll pop up more comments as this show go, but we would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this Sean Payton situation. Like I said, I'm gonna get a list of teams that has already asked permission to talk to him, and I'm gonna give you all the draft compensation they have coming up. Now, let's note a player could get involved in this deal, wherever he may go. So we could possibly get a player back in return. So I mean, this is a good situation. I know a lot of people. That's why if Sean would have came back to the Saints, I wouldn't have been, jumping up because I see some capital that we could be losing out on. But it didn't happen. It is what it is. Let's just maximize this opportunity. Hopefully, Mickey can do that because he has been doing a good job when it comes to things like this, in my opinion. As far as bringing back DA, I mean, no, I didn't agree with that, but I just know far as like free agent moves and stuff like that, Mickey know how to get us on the cap to where we can uh, have a chance of getting somebody. I don't think nobody can disagree with that. But let's just go ahead and get started, man. We got 4 teams that's already done. Got permission from the Saints to interview Sean Payton. We got the Arizona Cardinals. We got the Denver Broncos, the Houston Texans, and the Carolina Panthers. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, y'all know they fired Kingsbury. I think they was either 4-13 or 5. I think it was 4-13. So that's a terrible season. So if you look at I'm gonna just go to the draft picks right quick. The draft picks, what they have coming up, and I just picked their first 3 rounds. The Cardinals for this 2023 draft, their first round pick is pick number 3. Pick number 3 in this draft. And then their second round pick is pick 35. Their third round pick is pick 67. Now, what's intriguing about this Arizona Cardinals situation, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it before I say the other ones. This is honestly my favorite situation right here because they could give us draft capital like that, but as far as on their end, Sean is going to a situation where he has a Kyler Murray, he got a franchise quarterback he's dealing with. You're gonna have D Hop over there. You got Hollywood Brown. You got Buda Beck on the defensive side. Like you got some players over there that you can work with. So I believe Sean, this would be a very interesting situation for him that I think he wouldn't turn down. And then, when it comes to our end, I think Mickey, we got a chance to get the third overall pick and not even knowing what we're gonna get in the future. I just know I'm just going for this 2023 draft. 2023 draft. They got the third overall pick in this draft. So you got a guy like Stroud out there. Like I said, I'm I'm so high on Caleb Williams. That's the only quarterback that I was just sold on, but it's gonna probably be impossible to get him because he's not eligible this year. He's gonna have to wait. But Stroud, I watched him play against Georgia, man. He went off. So I'm gonna check him out more. But you got a guy like that could be sitting at pit number 3, possible franchise QB. So I think this situation makes a lot of sense. You got pieces to play with, and Sean to be happy in this situation, along as the Saints will be happy in this situation. So, what's your thoughts on this situation, WD?
Well, you're talking about the Cardinals in particular, right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, first off, I mean, you know, I'm just wondering, like, of course, it's Sean's decision, but I mean, of course, we still want the correct compensation. So I'm just thinking, obviously, Cardinals is the best option we want. I was thinking like maybe I was thinking of the Texans, who also I think they have like what 2 first-round picks. I
Mm-hmm.
think I got them and Cardinals confused. So I wasn't saying like I wasn't thinking that we would trade obviously get both first-round picks if it was the Houston Texans, but just thinking like which one it would be. But as far as Cardinals go, um I mean obviously that's the one we would want, but I just don't know how much he sold to go into the Cardinals, even if you're talking about a Kyler Murray and the amount of players on that team. I mean, I just don't know. You know, I know a lot has happened by the way the past week, especially in the playoffs when you're looking at the Chargers. So I mean, there's so many different options out there. I mean, I'm just not sure he would choose the Cardinals, but if he do that, I mean that I feel like that is our best. That's our best option, right? unless we're talking about the Texans.
Right. Now, far as draft capital, so far, the Texans definitely got the most draft capital. But I mean, we gotta kind of be realistic. I mean, we'll talk about it, but
Well, I mean, if you want to be realistic, I don't think we're gonna get like. Look, I know what Gruden a while back. I forgot how much they got. For some reason, this time around, I don't see the Saints getting 2 first-round picks. Maybe two. Maybe I don't know. I just don't see the Saints getting 2 first-round picks. So I'm telling you, it'll just be simple as 1 first-round pick and just call it a day. Just the way the Saints, been getting screwed, and we talking about Mickey being buddy, I just don't see us getting that. I don't see us getting a lot of capital like a lot of other people see it. So I'm hoping I'm wrong on it, but I just don't see it. But I would love it.
oh yeah, absolutely. Well, while we brought up the Texans, I guess we can go ahead and get right to it. The Houston Texans. I wrote everything down, so bear with me. Houston Texans, they of course they fired Lovie Smith this season. I believe their record was 4-13 as well, but yeah, Lovie Smith got fired, so they looking for a new head coach. As far as they draft picks in this year's draft, they got the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Then they got the 12th pick, and then in the second round they got the 33rd pick. So yeah, you talking about draft capital, we would love to have this one right here, but the thing with this situation, I mean, like we said, Mickey and Sean, they best friends, so Mickey is gonna honor where Sean wants to go. Because if Cats is asking to talk to Sean, I don't think it's gonna be a dilemma of whether they want to sign Sean or not. So they gonna I know Mickey and Sean gonna talk, and Sean gonna be like, this is where I want to go. So let's just you can go ahead and make something happen. I don't think Houston gonna be that place because Houston it's a total rebuild. What I was saying about the Cardinals, I mean, you got a Kyler Murray, you got something to start with, but with Houston, you have a whole total rebuild to get involved with. Plus, you're gonna have to give up. Houston gonna have to give up at least one of these first round picks, if not both. But let's just say if we get the number 2 pick and then we get their second round pick at 33. For Houston, I think they would want more. I believe they would want all of their picks. So it's gonna be tough for Houston to really. I mean, just in general, it's gonna be tough for them to sell Sean to come down to their franchise, and coach their ball club.
But the Houston does have a lot of money in cap, right?
Right.
So I mean, you got options there. But you're right. I mean, just the fact that they're in total rebuild, it's kind of hard to see him going that direction.
I feel you. Okay, let's see. Doug Corleone said, shout out to you, man. Said, I think the Chargers will be calling soon. Yeah, I believe so. I believe they'll be calling soon. I seen some tweets from some sources saying that, just to pump the brakes, they might bring that dude back. I don't know, but if we're looking at draft capital, we're talking about for this year's draft. As far as the Chargers, they're gonna be towards the bottom end of the draft. They made the postseason, so they're gonna be in the upper 20s in the draft. I'm not interested in that. So I don't know, man. I don't really. It just depends on how it goes down. I believe it's just gonna be normal protocol. Sean gonna go on the visits and whatever team he wanna go to. Mickey get notification. Then they talk about what's gonna be involved in order to make that trade happen. But the Chargers, I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to happen just because of compensation reasons. I think they was too good this year. You want them to go to a sorry ball club. I mean, they had the sorry record, and really the only team that's not called about them that makes sense is Arizona. I mean, that's just the fact because they got a young franchise QB. If you look at their roster, they got some pieces. I don't know exactly what went wrong or whatnot, but I mean, they do got some players over there. D Hop still got some juice left. Hollywood was hurt for a good part of that season. On that defensive side, they got a few players that can make something shake. So I think bringing Sean in, he could attract a few more pieces that they need, and can make them, at least possible playoff contenders. But I don't know. But this is just options that's out there right now. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna drag. This ain't gonna be no quick fix or no quick pick. So we'll see on that. Okay, so the third team is the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos, we seen that they fired their head coach in the middle of the season. As far as they draft compensation for this year's draft picks, their first round draft pick is pick 29. Pick 29, so that's at the tail end of the draft. They have no second round draft pick. So you got basically at the bottom of the first round, then you go all the way to the third round. Now the third round, they got two third rounds. They got pick 68 and 69. So they got back-to-back third round draft picks. Just looking at that, man, I'm definitely not sold on that. As far as the team, you got Russ took a whole step back, and you don't know if that had anything to do with the system or if he just falling off in general. So I don't know. That's something Sean would really have to look at. I mean, is it got something to do with coaching or is he just starting to decline? My thing is, if you really a dog like that, you should be able to make something shake in any type of system. Because if that's just the case, then that just means he just a particular system quarterback. And I ain't really, took away Russell being just a system type of quarterback. Really, he got the athleticism and his skill set at throwing to be able to survive any type of system. So I don't know, man. The WD, man, I gave the picks out for the Broncos. How you feeling about that? You think he'd want to go over there and try to revive Russ?
I think he could be very optimistic about it. I mean, he probably think that he could fix Russ. Now, as far as the capital, I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with Luxie. I don't know if I'm pronouncing their name right in the chat. Last comment I see, but they say the thing with Denver is that they just traded a ton for Russ, so they might be tapped out as far as what they want to trade for the picks. Yeah, I agree with that. I pretty much agree with what that person said. Yeah, man, I don't know if they have enough capital, but again, it's about what Sean wants, man. Like I said, I don't know which team. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% sure that he's hoping that the Chargers call. But let's just say they don't call. I mean, out all these options, the Cardinals and Denver, they obviously make more sense than anybody else. They make more sense than Houston, and then it makes more sense to the next thing we're gonna really talk about. I mean, that one's hilarious, but yeah, man. I could see. I could see it at first. Look, I think it was the last stream or the stream before the last time I was on here. I was doubting it. I was like, why would he go to Denver knowing damn well, that they're stuck in a situation like they are, man? And like why would he go to that situation? But I could see him being very optimistic about it, like I said. So I mean, the thing is like no matter what, man. Obviously, that's why I'm saying the Cardinals is the best choice because I guarantee you, if it was the Texans, we're not getting that high pick like we think we are. We're probably getting the second pick that they got in the first round. You know, as far as Cardinals, you know that's it. I feel like we could get that pick. Broncos obviously were picking in the top 20s. You know, so really I could see either Cardinals or the Broncos, but yeah, man, either one of those options. I feel like we just better expect those two options right there, man. Because I mean, you never know. Um, and in your case, CB, I mean, you better hope the Chargers don't call.
I hope not, man. And I hope a lot of who that nation ain't pushing for that. I mean, I know you got Justin Herbert and stuff like that, man, but you gotta look at it. What we gonna be getting back? Yeah, I ain't really liking that, but we'll see what
Yeah,
goes.
and I seen a comment earlier that I want to kind of speak on. If I could find it, I got a good bit of comments up here, but yeah, I can't find it right now, but maybe I'll find it later. But yeah, man, I mean, somebody was questioning why we wouldn't be able to get the amount of conversation that they got for Gruden. I mean, times have changed these days, man. Again, we looking back at Loomis playing buddy, you know. I just don't see us getting that much like 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 they got for Gruden years back. Um, so I mean, I look, I'll be shocked. You know, I would want that to happen, but I'm just saying, man, times have changed. Then you got Loomis calling, Loomis and Sean both calling each other their best friends and stuff like that. Yeah, man, I just don't see it. I don't.
All right. Before we move forward, I want to give a shout out, man. Shout out to Luck Scouts Without Clout. Shout out to you, Luck, man. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast, man. We getting things back in motion. Hopefully you can check our page out, man. We got a lot of different content we putting out. So welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy, and don't make this place a strange place to come to, man. Make this one of your podcasts you listen to. Rock with us. Welcome. Okay. Also, shout out to Randy Major. I see him in the building. Shout out to you, fam. I'd rather him be out the NFC, honestly, but whoever offers the best package, I'm on board with it. That's a fact, fam. I really don't want him in the NFC. And this team we about to talk about, definitely, this definitely ain't going down. I'd be highly shocked if something like this goes down.
Well, me personally, wherever Sean Payton goes, I hope that team crashes and burns. Seriously.
Shout out to JT. CB and Bill Belichick was out there. What would his value be for draft picks? And they saying this man is arguably the greatest coach ever. I mean, he in that conversation, so it's gonna be picks and players involved. I mean, a guaranteed picks and players. So yeah, you talking about arguably the GOAT. That's really like in the coaching realm. That's like a LeBron in the player realm. Like a 30-year-old LeBron on a 30 round being put out there, or even LeBron now. But yeah, they definitely be having picks and players included in there. Okay, but we're gonna talk about this last team, then we can open the phone lines up, and you guys just please give us your thoughts on these picks. Let us know where you think he's going, and just a reminder, this is just the updates as of today. Now the Chargers, they hadn't reached out yet, even though we thinking they're gonna get an interview with Sean, but this is just what it is at this point right now. So the last team at this point right now is the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, this is funny. I think this just happened last night or today sometime that they seek permission and Mickey granted it. Um, they got a first round pick at number 9. Then they got a second round pick at 39. They also got another second round pick at number 60. So they got a first and 2 seconds in this year's draft. So like I said, I don't know what we gonna be getting back. All I'm doing is just laying out what some of the top draft picks they have in this year's draft. We might be getting something in the 2024. I don't know, but I was just putting out what's in this year's draft, what they have that we could potentially get. So I mean, I don't really have no comment on this. If Sean really go to the Carolina Panthers, like I'm gonna really lose respect for him. I mean, I know this is a business and all, but you can't tell me. I know from a draft capital perspective, what they got this year it definitely ain't nothing intriguing that Mickey would want. As far as the players, McCaffrey gone. I could like if it was a healthy Christian McCaffrey, um, and you still had some of them former players on there and they was healthy. I mean, I could see Sean being like, oh, let me just talk to him. But as far as Mickey, why are you even granting permission? You let this man talk to him. But anyway, I don't have too much to say on that. He better not uh, go to this division. Mickey better not allow this man to get in this division. Oh yeah, it's really gonna cause people to lose respect for Mickey and Sean. I know I'm gonna lose respect for both of them because there's nothing from a business side that's intriguing in this situation. But if teams want to talk to him, I mean, Mickey got to grant the permission. So I guess I ain't gonna really trip too much on that. But we'll see, man. Don't have too much to say on that. WD, you got anything to say on that?
Well, let's say that it happens. Sean decides that he wants to go to Carolina. I would like a logical explanation on why he went to the Panthers after quitting on this team. I mean, if we talking about quarterback issues, the salary cap issues, I mean, outside of what the salary cap issue, I don't know where Carolina is, but there's not that much huge of a difference. They have their own issues. So, what is the explanation on why would you go to that team over, staying put with the Saints? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he can say whatever he wants. That was all a lie. That he was just taking a step back, relaxing. Taking a little break for a year or two because it's BS. I mean, we all know he just want to go to a team where he can find an established quarterback or perhaps maybe I mean I would think it's more so of an established quarterback rather than actually developing a QB unless we're talking about a guy who's pretty decent already like Justin Herbert. But I just doubt that at this point he probably wants to draft a guy and try to develop a guy. So he probably just wants to establish QB along with that. And I mean salary cap issues, obviously. You also got, he did point out, he did point out that he wants control as much like he wants good relationship between the general manager, the owner, and all that stuff like that. There was a lot of him being familiar with the Saints organization. He wants something similar. But I mean, like, with all that being said, will he find a better option? Like, what would be his explanation on going to that team? Because none of those, I mean, Carolina definitely doesn't check anything on that list, for the most part. So why would he choose that team? I don't know. But if we talking about compensation, man, we better be trying to get everything out of them to make sure that Sam Darnold is still their starting quarterback for the next 5 years. Not to say that we ain't been beating them, I mean, but it's good for the rest of the league, right? I mean, I'm just saying we lost we lost to Sam Darnold twice. Sad. Another reason why DE probably shouldn't be here, but we still on this discussion with Sean Payton. So I'm just gonna, you know, just say like just this one just don't make any sense. But let's see it happens. Get everything we can out of them. That's all I got.
Damn, that just hit home. You just said we got swept by these boys.
Well, it's not
That,
even
that's
just that we got
crazy.
swept. I'm just saying that we lost to Sam Darnold twice. Don't forget we lost the season prior. But yeah, we did get swept by him, man. We got swept by Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Horrendous. Yeah, you know something. Look, I'm not about to go that far, but boy, I got a huge feeling we're about to start looking at somebody else other than the head coach at this point.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna put this link in the comment section. Like we said at the beginning of the show, man, we would like to hear y'all's thoughts. Where y'all think Sean Payton is going to end up? I mean, that's gonna have an impact on what type of compensation we get. So it is an important topic to discuss. I mean, in my opinion, it's the topic we should only be well, the main topic. I ain't gonna say the topic we should only be talking about, but the main topic. Now that we know this man Da about to be back as head coach again, which I'm gonna reiterate again. I'm not satisfied with that, and as you can tell, WD not satisfied either. I see JT trying to get in. Wait for him to get his technology set up. But yeah, I just put the link in there, man. You guys please call in. Let us know how y'all feeling. Where do y'all think Sean is gonna go? Will he go try to revive a Russell Wilson? Will he go to a young situation out in LA with Justin Herbert and company? Will he go out to the desert with a young franchise quarterback in Kyler Murray? Guys, let us know. Let us know what y'all think he gonna do. But I really think this Cardinals deal makes absolute sense on both ends. Just with Sean, it ain't like you gotta go somewhere and you're gonna be trying to find your franchise quarterback. You're not gonna have to go do that. You gonna have him in the building. You just gonna have to whatever you think he need to work on or whatever. That's for you to do. But you know that the boy got some skills. Now, Kyler Murray, he ain't no slouch. So while we're waiting on people to come in, let's just read a few more comments. Luck said, I think we should take 1 year strategically by cleaning cap, trade stock, stacking draft picks, all to aim for first round for first overall pick, Caleb Williams. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we're gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, but I reiterated earlier, Caleb Williams out of all these quarterbacks, like I said, I hadn't done my homework on like even the Stroud. I seen him play that in this playoffs, but I really hadn't even done my homework on him or any of the QBs. Caleb Williams was the first guy I came across, and I was like, this guy is it. I ain't gonna compare him to no Mahomes or nothing like that, but he about to be a dog. If somebody about to get a dog, I don't know how we would be able to do it, but I don't know. I don't know what's their game plan.
Uh, I want to add to that. Look, I mean, I can understand the excitement for that guy, man. We all know we need a franchise quarterback, a legitimate one at that. But I feel like we have to be careful throwing this word rebuild around. I mean, because I'm sorry, I'll say rebuild. Actually, I'm going to use that word rebuild. Let me rewind it back. We gotta be careful with that word tanking because if we talking about tanking, we talking about going 0 or 1 in something. Man, you gotta start thinking about the rest of the team. I mean, Are you looking for a rebuild at that too? I mean, I'm just saying, like you look these players like AK. I mean, AK probably I don't know. Let's say we have another bad season, AK probably out the door. But then you got other players, man. You got cornerstone pieces like Lattimore, other guys. Obviously the Mario and Cameron is going to be out the door soon. I mean, they're aging obviously, but you just got to be careful, man, because I mean, some players, man, they ain't with this losing crap, man. Players are fed up with losing. You saw Cameron Jordan feeling, like I said, he's out the door. But how you think other veterans feel? Some of the younger guys, man. How you think they feel if they losing a bunch of games and stuff like that? So I mean, I'm not with that tanking idea too much, man. But I'm gonna keep it real. I would love the quarterback, man. I do. But it's just that sometimes when you wish for certain things, you got to think about two sides, and I don't know. I mean, like, bro, it's just so much, man. At this point, so much flip flop. I mean, we went from great offense, bad defense, great defense, bad offense. We're just gonna keep flipping flop. I understand that in the NFL, so much transition that happens. It's a lot of different cycles and stuff like that. But yeah, I ain't with tanking too much. But yeah, I mean, if it happens, so be it. I mean, I'm not going. It is what it is. I'll be happy about the quarterback. Don't get me wrong. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Right. Well, I see we got some callers on the line, so let's just go ahead and start with JT. JT, what's good with you, fam? Welcome to the show.
Oh man, it's good to see y'all back, my brother, young brothers. I'm glad y'all back, man. Y'all have some good topics there. I appreciate y'all being back. But look, I got something. I listen to a lot of different podcasts, and I'm gonna say this, man. First of all, I'm gonna say why we can't expect, and I'm saying that like, because I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's just gonna be a number one draft pick." Well, why we can't just have two number ones? I mean, I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, people just ain't saying it like, I even have a friend. He said, they gonna get a 2 and a 3 this year and maybe a 1 next year. I'm like, what? If that's what you want, what team are you wanting this for? This is Saints. I mean, our team. I look at our team as being a top-notch team. If Mickey Loomis treated that way, but look like he's treating this whole deal like a friendly deal to me, and I think we're gonna get screwed.
There you go. Hey, well, man, you just answered part of your question.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get screwed. I'm serious. I'm with you on that. I think we gonna get screwed because in his press conference he said we want the first thing he said was we want the best for Sean. I mean, it should have been the Saints and Sean, something like that. If you speaking out on something, man. Personally, I don't care anything about Sean Payton right now. I mean, we didn't kick him out the door. He went out on his own.
Exactly.
So if he go to any other team, I'm with you, WD. I'm with you. If he go to any other team, I hope they crumble. I hope they blow up. I hope it falls. Why? Because of how he did with us. Look how he walked out on us just like that. We need you right now. We needed you back then. That's what you was. You was our coach. You was our coach to help us through the tough times. It wasn't going to be always peaches and cream, but what I see is he's that kind of person that love it the right way. He come in with his quarterback. We already had a subpar team, and he came in there. I mean, we'd have won a Super Bowl when he first came if he would have kept running Deuce McAllister. You understand? Stuff like that. I mean, he's stubborn. That's him. That's Sean Payton. So right now it's going to tell you really what Sean Payton is, because you know why? He want to really get it the way he wants out there. And when he get it that way, watch, he going to fall. Now, on our end, We gotta have our coach, I'm sorry, to run the team for us. Now, could Dennis Allen do that? We all know better. We all know better. So right now, I tell the whole fan base, all my Who Dat fans out there, just sit back and just take this ride, because this gonna be a grueling ride right here. You know, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take some strength to get through these years.
Damn, that just sounded
You know
like the
this.
whole truth. That
You
that,
know,
that was the truth. We don't want to hear, but we gotta hear it.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it. WD. I mean, you know, we gonna be true to ourselves. I mean, let's be real. I mean, Sean Payton is a good coach, a great coach. I mean, with the team, a great coach with the team. Now, I mean, we've been to playoffs before. I mean, what's that, Jim Mora? I mean, we can been to playoffs, but we never been to that pinnacle where we were before. We wasn't, and we got there. Okay, we had 3 or 4 other chances in the Mike Thomas and in the Alvin Kamara era, and we didn't do it. Even before that, with the Deuce McAllister era, and we didn't do it. So that's why I'm calling this. I'm calling it what it is, man. It's tough to say and it's tough to stomach, but Sean Payton, he's a good coach, but he's not a great coach. He's only great to this organization. And I don't like that stuff where my management that's tied to the hip with me telling me, oh, he's my friend, I got to do the best for him. I don't like that, because you telling me you screwing me. You're going to tell me, look, we going to get screwed. I mean, you're going to tell me if somebody come up and they say, oh, they the 28th pick and they want Sean Payton to be their coach. Okay, we going to have to get the first pick have to be a 28th pick overall. I mean, I don't want it if that's what it is. If it's not the top 5, I'm going to go as far as maybe top 10, 12, right there. If it's not there, I don't want it. I don't want it. We can't do this. We can't do this for Sean Payton. We got to do this for our future. This is our future we're looking at. That's why I put in the chat, if it was Bill Belichick, what the draft compensation would be. It'll be easy coming out of our mouth. Oh, it'll be 4 number 1 draft picks or whatever, It'll be easy. But since it's Sean Payton, everybody's like, maybe a 1. Maybe a 1? No. You get multiple picks for Sean Payton. That's what you should go for. But Mickey Loomis is listening every day to what Sean Payton is. Let me tell you, they already know. WD, they already know. CB, they already know where he's going. They already know. I've been around a long time. I've been watching football for years. I mean, all the way back to when they were playing Tulane Stadium. I've been watching football. And right now, I know this friendship deal that's going on is going to go on, not for the Saints. It's going to go on for Sean Payton. And I guarantee you, we will be screwed. And I'm just giving everybody the heads up and just watch it. And I've been watching it. I'm going to tell you something else, WD, not off the subject, but this is a part of what they dealing with Sean Payton. I came on your show one time and I told you, look at the last 5 draft picks, how Sean Payton was trying to screw the Saints before he got out of there. That was when Mr. Benson caught up on that with Jerry Jones, meeting him and dining him to try to get him to come there years ago. Mm-hmm. He look at the draft picks that he went at. This is how he did it. The last 4 or 5 drafts when he was there, he went at 2 centers, 2 defensive ends, and I think I forgot that last year. I got my papers around here right now because I like to tell you what I'm saying. But at that time, he passed up on Mahomes. He had a chance to get in these quarterbacks, and he passed up on every last one of them.
He definitely passed up on Lamar.
Yeah, on Lamar, he could have got Mahomes too. He could have got. If you want somebody, what you do to move up,
You trade
right?
up on
And
him.
he was right there at that, and Kansas City jumped right in front of us and took him. So what I'm saying is, if he was trying to help this team, he'd have looked at Drew Brees. I mean, excellent quarterback, but his later years, a noodle arm. I mean, his arm couldn't throw past 40 yards. And he could have seen that every day in practice. He is the coach. So you put that on him. I ain't going to just say Drew Brees. I put that on him because he's seen that arm. So you go in the draft and pick up a 6th-round draft pick. I mean, all these guys over the years that he was trying to get, he never could put them, turn them into a top-notch quarterback. So he knew what he was doing. I watched this, and I don't want a person playing with my intelligence. So I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to hurt the Saints fans, the chat or the podcast that everybody be on with about the Saints, but I like to tell it the truth. If he was, if he was with the Saints, if Mickey Loomis was with the Saints, this deal would get done, and it would be an easy deal to do. It wouldn't be nothing hard to do. It would be for the organization, this deal. Because this deal is going to tell the Saints for at least 5 years down the road. This is going to tell it. If it don't work right now with that draft, the right compensation, if it's not right, we're going to be down 3 to 5 years from that. I'm telling you, especially with the coach too.
Yeah, I could hurt the fans even more so than that, but I guess I ain't gonna do it. So, I mean, it's kind of the truth, and most of us already know about it. But
I love my team, WD. Don't get me wrong, I love them. Been loving them for years. But as you grow up and watching football, you sure you watching football, or you just looking at the game for what it is, a game? No, I look at it through everything. I look, and as I got older, I fine-tuned it, I looked at it, and I say, well, how could Mark Ingram run out of bounds a yard away from, or 2 yards away from the first down? And you get that first down, game over.
He shouldn't have even been in the game.
Right. That's my point. So, I don't want to take everybody's faith away from them with football, but you can see this, and you don't want to see it though, but it's there. It's right in front of our face when it's happening, and referees getting ready to pull a handkerchief out and then put it back. I look at a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna come back to my football team, and I'm gonna say this: we screwed if we don't get this right.
Big facts.
I've been around a long time, man. I'm 62 years old, and I'll be 63. And I've seen it all. And I've seen coaches that cared about a football team, and I look at my coach that I have now in Dennis Allen, and I ask anybody in the chat, if you looked at Dennis Allen on the other side of your field, do you feel him and his football team walking in your stadium? Or are you walking in his stadium? It don't feel me, because the players know this coach. That don't feel them players. You look at other players coming in the dome when you're looking at them, guys look like high strung more than us, some of them. I mean, they bouncing around. They know. They already know. See it. They already know. I mean, when I look across the field, and if I'm playing Bill Belichick, I'm like, all right, I'm playing Bill Belichick. I got to have my game together. That's when I'm talking about fearing a person. You got to be on your game when you come in and see me on the other side. when they see him on the other side, that's what they're gonna say. Oh man, we're gonna get about 5 false starts, maybe 10, maybe 4 holding penalties, you know, a couple of legal procedures, you know, that's what you're gonna have with Dennis Allen, you know, out of control players.
Yeah.
You know,
And a bad
and I
football.
ain't gonna act like, look, WD, I ain't gonna act like I didn't they stopped because they was, now remember, they was doing a lot of that at the beginning of the season. And then at the end of the season in December, you wasn't getting a lot of that.
Mhm.
I was saying, well, how they just stop holding, how they just stop going off sides. What they was practicing or something? They practice all year.
Mhm.
They practice all year. So you can't play with my intelligence. So I see it. You understand? But this coach, and the piggyback on back of that is, I don't want, you know, I don't want nobody thinking my team is not a fear team anymore, man. That's when I know they're gonna just come run up and down us every time they come in the dome. I want them to feel my team. I want them to feel like they used to. They say, "Oh, here come New Orleans, man," and that was with Sean Payton. You understand? So
All right.
go get you some good players that's gonna talk to DA and go get you a good OC. Maybe that might do it.
All what you done said is just the truth. Honestly.
Mm.
And you totally 100% correct on this situation that's about to come up. I missed that whole piece. I mean, I heard what he said, but I really didn't think about it till you said something about
Yeah,
what he said. Yeah, we want the best for Sean.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what you saying right there? I mean,
What you saying? What you saying, bro? Yeah. You know what you're saying? You want the best for this organization, man. Because you know what you telling me when you got the best for Sean? Here I go again, thinking in my head, CB, watch this. This what you telling me. Maybe in a couple of years, I'll be gone anyway.
Yep.
Mickey
Exactly.
Loomis.
Exactly.
Mickey
That's what
Loomis.
yeah, he's gonna retire soon.
Yeah, he gonna retire. And then guess what? I'm gonna show you some. Let me show you some of this other stuff that's happening right now. Not to go off there. I'm gonna come back to that. Look, why you think nobody has left Dennis Allen's team yet? Because
Exactly.
Sean Payton haven't landed where he want to land. When he land where he want to land, they're gonna take a OC. They're gonna take more than an OC. I told y'all the other day, Deontay Hardy going over there to him, Mike Thomas going to him, a bunch of people going. Just believe me what I'm saying. The coaches, they sitting there waiting to see where he going. The OC going over there. You're gonna have one of them D coordinators gonna go over there. Now he's saying Big Fangio going with him. Nah, that's smoke and mirrors. I think that the guy who's going to check out Atlanta and Sean Payton gonna put dibs in him. That's why he just swimming right now. He just swimming till Sean Payton land. That's what he gonna do. That's the reason why he was defense coordinator right there. They saved him. That's why the OC Carmichael came back, because they saved him. It's a bunch of friendly stuff that's out there too. Don't let that blind you. There's a lot of friendly things, man. And I don't want to hold your people up too long, CB and WD, but when I go off like this, I mean, it hits me and it touches me, but I gotta say it. I gotta call a spade a spade. I gotta go all the way with it. If you're gonna do something for the organization. Don't do it for the coach, unless you know in 2 years you gonna be gone.
Yep. And if anybody should be gone for sure by now, it should be Pete Carmichael. Like
Right.
he should be the man without the door. We can sit up, he can sit up and say, "Oh yeah, we gonna wait, a week to assess things." Obviously not right now. You don't see too many, offensive coordinators being hired right now at the moment. But still, in all, Pete Carmichael, just for that last game alone. I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole season's been terrible with him.
Mm-hmm.
Just that last game alone, and he's still here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I call BS on the fact that you try to make the best for the franchise at this point.
Right. Right. And last but not least, I'm gonna tell you something else. Sean Payton, he has people he got to go see starting Tuesday. He already have, I think, about 2 or 3 right now, maybe 4. But let me show you. Watch what go on. These coaches, watch the LA Chargers, and watch the game specifically tomorrow night with Tampa and Dallas. If Dallas go down tomorrow night, watch what happens. Watch what happens. And then when it's all said and done, they're gonna say either he go to Dallas or he gonna go to the Chargers. All them other teams, all that smoke and mirrors, unless they putting 30 million up in his face. That's it. You know, and don't let Miami be away from that too, because that's gonna come up too. Because remember, that was something that had came up a while back with him and Brady. And which that was dirty too, but I can keep going on.
No. Here's the funny thing that I was going to bring that up early.
Yeah.
Based on when I was saying like, I could hurt the fans even more. So
yeah.
I don't know if I want to say it. It's way off time. I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah. Don't say it, because I think right now I probably run into it with the way I'm running my mouth. Because if he was that dirty to already sneak his behind down there to Miami and try to fix that up like that, I wouldn't have never thought it was my head coach went over there. But when that other coach came out with all that and said it was a coach and it was a quarterback, when I looked at that, I said, who could that be? And when it all came out, that smoke, it was him, Sean Payton. So that means he was ready to go then. He was ready to go and he was fixing it up. And that kind of stuff is under the table. I don't like that. Get him out of here if that's the way he is. And it's good he's not here, because we don't know what he's been selling from that time. But like I say, going back to the draft picks, how you go in the draft and pass up on top-notch quarterbacks, and you got an aging quarterback, and you don't have, and then what happened? Your aging quarterback and got too old. You ain't got nobody to put in place of him. You know, Bill Belichick, he let Tom Brady out the door and got young Mark, what his name, Jones. I think he was from Alabama, if I'm not mistaken, the quarterback.
Matt Jones.
Yeah, where he was from, I think it was Alabama, if I'm not mistaken.
Alabama.
And he had Matt Jones. And I mean, come on, man. You got Drew Brees, and you watch him every day, and you trying to tell me you can't get a quarterback? Look at San Francisco, 7th-round pick, Mr. Irrelevant. Look at this guy, man, playing like he ain't never played before. Come on, man. You give a person a chance, and a chance to go out there, because you got to remember, he got a family. He want to make millions too. You understand? So what do? He come out there and he shine. He got a chance to shine. The same thing like our little wide receiver, free agent wide receiver. You don't think he want to make big money too? Huh? Just give him a chance to play. And they gave him a chance. And look at him. He better than Traquan Smith, all the rest of them guys, man. And I could keep going. I don't want to hurt too many people's feelings, because this is supposed to be a happy show and I messed it all up. But anyway, look.
No, you didn't. Because what I wanted to say, I'm going to just say it. 2020 was supposed to be ours. If we was being serious, somebody should have retired and we would have had another certain quarterback.
Exactly.
And nobody was going to stop us that year.
That's right. Exactly.
Leave it at that.
Exactly.
And
that's right.
And that's what led to the Miami talk, by the way.
That's right. That's right. So he already knew, you know, WD, he already knew when he seen that let me tell you, I was watching that playoff game against the Rams. And that wasn't the only time, but it showed more than everything on a big stage. The first long pass Drew to his receiver. I mean, it died 40 yards, and the receiver was I don't know if it was Brandon Cooks. I don't know he was downfield. He had to come back to tackle the guy who intercepted the ball. And I mean, the guy was running upfield when that wide receiver had to come back and get him. So he caught the ball about 20 yards in front of the receiver, 15 yards in front of the receiver. The ball died. And it was in the Superdome. And I was like, yeah, I say that's enough of that. That's enough of that. We got to win this game running the ball because everybody going to get on them 15 and 20-yard dink and donks. You got to have a deep ball in there somewhere so you can hold them safeties. And then the safeties start playing closer and closer and closer to the line. And each time you look at the games, you look back at your tape right now, the safety playing in the middle of the box just like a third linebacker. And you can't have that when you have a quarterback that has that. And let me say this, and those football players, CB, they know each other. They hang out with each other. They know what's going on, whether it's an injury, whether it's not an injury with these guys. They know. They know if these guys, oh man, we got this game. He's not playing this week. They know it. They know it. So, you know, they know about Drew Brees and his deficiency of throwing the ball deep. So they tried to offset it. Take Drew out, put Taysom in. Like that's supposed to be a package. So they're messing our mind up by saying this is a Taysom Hill package. No, this is Drew Brees can't throw this ball deep. When I put Taysom in there, you ain't going to know whether I run or pass. Now, if Taysom was an excellent thrower, he would be the starter on his team, but he wasn't. When he threw the ball go like a wobbly duck if it's going deep. If it's short, he's not as accurate. You understand?
Boy,
So all the blame will fall on Taysom.
It just,
it's just not right. I wouldn't think we'll be this the way we are right now. And if they don't do it right with this draft, you think we did 7 and 10 this year? You're gonna be like 3 and oh man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
So y'all. So I mean, I'm pretty sure you know JCU, CB, but I mean, it should hit everybody. We really drafted Marcus Davenport over Lamar Jackson. And
that's what I'm saying. Oh man, come on.
He gets ejected in possibly his last game as a Saint.
And he knew it. He knew it. He already knew it. He didn't want to play that game. That's why he did. We did look how he did that. Tackle the guy. He slapped the guy. He knew that was going to tell him to come out the game. He looking. He smiling. He didn't want to play. Let me tell you. Watch this. Payton Turner. Come on, man. Come on. You went got him from out of Houston. You went got Davenport from UTEP. These are small colleges and everything. You can't go get a top-notch defensive end from a big college. But no, you think LSU players are not the great player. I'm looking at an LSU player tonight. The one who he didn't want, Patrick Queen. He didn't want him. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you can't play with my intelligence. The only thing I'm saying is I want the best for my team, and I don't want these guys that, you know, Dennis Allen, if they feel he gonna do this or do that, he better get the supporting cast around him to get it done. And that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting to see what OC he gonna get. And if he just let him coach. I'm trying to see who he gonna keep as defensive coordinator and let him coach, because he needs to just coach the team as a coach. That's what he needs to do. He don't need to have his hand in nothing else, maybe a little bit, 20% in the defense, but don't touch the offense. Let whoever you get at the OC run it. Let him say who his 5 receivers gonna be or whatever. Let his coordinator say who his 5 is. I wouldn't have Traquan on my team. I'm gonna just tell you, I wouldn't have Kim White on my team. I wouldn't have these people on my team. You know, I mean, you gotta have people on your team that want to play. You understand? If they don't want to play and you're a 2nd and 3rd round pick, I don't need you anymore. I don't need you. But fellas, I'm gonna let y'all go. I know I want to let somebody else in, but hey man, it's gonna be a long season if these people mess this up. And I'm sitting here waiting for them to surprise me with something big, colossal draft picks that's gonna happen. But something telling me This friendly deal stuff is about to wake up. It's about to come. And we're gonna be screwed. Screwed.
It's just like a fire when you said it, it's just like a fire that burn because
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
I
yeah.
try to run away from that, but
Mm,
it's
yeah,
just to be real and honest.
yeah,
And honestly, we're about to be a friendly deal.
yeah,
So we're about to get screwed.
yeah. And like Big Q say, you know, stop buying their merch. They're gonna wake up. If they don't understand it right now, stop buying their merch. Stop going to their games. Stop filling that dome, and let it be like it was when I used to go there when I was a kid, sitting in there. And I never sat in the nosebleed section because they had too many open seats down at the bottom.
But yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that's gonna wake them up. If this what's in front of our face right now, honestly,
Mm,
we don't agree with what the DA move is, but he's there. So now this Sean Payton thing is in our face. If they shit the bed on this, the
mm,
only way we can show our displeasure is not showing up at the games. Like the fan, we can have an impact on this. The ones that's regularly attending the games, you can have your imprint with your money. Cause this
mm,
y'all the ones that's regularly going to the game. I try to go twice a year, but I'm only at one home game a year on average. Them season ticket holders and stuff like that. Stop getting them season tickets
yeah,
and start letting it be a few people in the stadium, and they'll see. I mean,
yeah,
they'll get the picture. But
yeah.
then you being packed out, and like I said, this right here gonna show it all. Because it's a difference between, I mean, we say it all the time, business and pleasure is two different things.
Mm,
Business and friendship, it shouldn't mix.
right.
We're about to see right here if it's gonna mix or not. And if it do, we
I'm
just
sick of it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think us as fans deserve no shabby team down here. I mean, there are only 4 teams in the South, man. And you mean to tell me these 4 teams that's in the South, we couldn't we couldn't make the playoffs. I
we
mean,
got
come on.
swept by the Panthers.
Come
Got
on.
swept by Tampa almost. I mean, if you
Yeah.
look at them two
Mm,
Falcons games, it came to the wire. It wasn't no
mm,
easy win. So it
mm.
was we almost got swept by the whole division. If you
Yeah.
really want to look at it, a few plays away of being completely swept by every team in the NFC South.
NFC. You can
That's pathetic.
I use WD. I used to look at the Saints schedule. And I know y'all did too, and you would be like, all right, I think the Saints can get them. They can get them. You know, you're right. You do your check marks. You say, all right, you know, and if you wind up like maybe, 12-4 or something like that, if you wind up like that, the teams that you have in your in the win for your loss column might be a team, the teams that then came from like Kansas City, you go, tough teams, a Ravens team, because we would I always put in a team that we struggle with every time when we play them. That's why I always put that team in there, like a Ravens, who also be having defenses and an okay offense. But my thing is now you get your schedule and you're like, man, who you say? Oh, you say Houston is a shabby team, but they'll beat us. They'll beat us. I don't care if it's whatever team that picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever team it is. You would think we could. Oh yeah, man, we should beat them. We should beat them. I know we're gonna beat them. Then they throw this new quarterback, or they introduce this new running back, or they introduce somebody, and they beat us. I want to get back to where we was the one fearing, was the fear team. That's where I want to be. And I want stability right there. I don't want just because a coach and a quarterback left, we don't have any more stability. I want stability back there. And I'm talking from a diehard Saints fan. I'm sick of this shit with them bringing these rinky-dink coaches there that don't know. After your first 15 scripted offensive plays, you don't have nothing after that. The other day, you get 7 points off your first 15, and then you go in the doghouse. You just tank after that. You just tank after that. I mean, you mean to tell me you don't have any more plays after your first 15? I was watching that. I've been watching that all through the year. And then you have a quarterback that's shaky. He can't throw the ball past, like if something wrong with his arm, past 30, 40 yards. You know?
I'm
It's ridiculous.
still sick to my stomach that I had to watch Andy Dalton for 14 games.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. And come on, man. That's when you know what kind of team you got when you got a backup from a team like Dallas to come and start for you. And that showed the NFL and players, oh, they got Andy Dalton back there. Man, we played him in Cincinnati. I know what to do. Come on, man. Of course they know what to do.
I was looked at crazy when I had a fit. Soon I found out that they signed Andy Dalton. I actually found out a day or two later. But I just knew the fact that he signed wherever he goes, much like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah, he might be good for 1 or 2 games. But if he ever signs with your team, he is guaranteed to play at least 4 or 5 games. So I knew it was coming.
Man, I'm sick of it, man. I want to get back to my winning ways, and I want to get back to being feared. That's the two things that I want. And we can't. Now I'm gonna tell you something else. Now, since my mind is opening again, how long you think your defense gonna hold?
No, it's not. That's what I was referring to earlier when I was saying, like, you know, somebody made the comment, the tank. Yeah, Cameron Jordan and DeMario is obviously going to be out the door. But, you know, Lattimore, guys like Lattimore ain't with that losing crap, man. You know, he was injured for most of the season. But let's say he's playing, he on the field, and he losing. He going to want out, just like everybody else going to want out.
That's
you gotta be careful what you say.
You got to be careful what you say. And if things don't go right, and I'm gonna tell you about this one player. If he say he want out, you know the whole organization messed up. It's messed up inside that area. That's Cam Jordan.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he showed his feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that last game. So.
Well, I tell you, it's gonna be a long season and seasons if they mess this up. We should get anything we want for Sean Payton. That's how I put it. You know, point blank. I mean, years ago when that trade, what about that big trade when Dallas got Emmitt Smith and all them other players, and still the next year had more draft picks for the next round of people. That's how you build your team. So you mean to tell me, wait, was the Saints involved in that trade, that stuff too? With Dallas years ago, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had a little part of that too somewhere. But the Saints should drain whoever wants Sean Payton. They should drain them. Take whatever they could get.
Damn.
Well, I'm sick of it because they're going to mess it up. They're going to mess it up. Friendly deals, they're going to mess it up. I think this is the best thing we could have done for the organization and for Sean Payton. What? You got a 5th round draft pick for CD Deuce? Man, I don't want. That's what I'm saying. You know, when you showed me that's when I knew. I said, here it comes. It's gonna be old friendly deal gonna happen.
By the way, shout out to the Saints fans that's considering, you know, that he wasn't a good player. By the way, I just find that funny. I've been seeing that recently. I just wanted to put that out there. That was funny too.
Man, I don't know. CB, I know I've been holding on to talking with y'all, but man,
Nah, you good. I
it,
mean,
it,
you
it,
needed to remind us of that because
yeah,
I,
yeah. I
I
mean,
definitely,
hmm.
I
It's just
definitely heard that.
all this stuff. Look, WD, all this stuff just what people really don't realize is going on. But after the night, if they listening, after the night, watch how you're gonna put a open eye. You're gonna open your mind and everything to what you're gonna see when that draft come. Not even when the draft come. When this happen, when he go to whatever team he's gonna go to, that they already know. Remember, I said that they meaning Mickey Loomis, Sean Payton, them friends. They already know where they're going. They already know who he's taking with him. They already know how they done put it together, compensation wise. When the time comes, they're gonna put it there, and it's just gonna be for us to hear it. And when we hear it, it's gonna be some old rinky-dink thing down the road, and then 2 years from now, he gonna say he's retiring. Mickey Loomis. And we're gonna be sitting up here saying, what? Oh no. Our honest mind gonna say, well, that's good. We're gonna get us another a manager, general manager, and this, that, and the other. Nah, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. When if you ain't kick them out the door, they stiffing you. That's what they're doing. They're pulling a fast one on you.
You know, it'll pretty much suck too. I mean, because Jeff Ireland, he could be out the door soon. I mean, if anything, I would want him to at least, get
Right.
a promotion or something like that, rather than him having him out the door. So,
well, remember now, the Cardinals let their GM go too. So
exactly, that's my point, though.
yeah, just remember
and
that.
the fact that if he retired years later, that would
Sean Payton go to the Cardinals, he gonna ask to talk to Jeff Ireland and see if he can get him out his contract and bring him over there. Remember, we friends now. We friends. We talking as friends now. So I'm gonna let this guy. I'm gonna let him go. We all friends, and I'm gonna bump somebody up into the other role for Jeff Ireland, the scouting role, and let Jeff go over by Sean. And all the while, that's doing what? Burning the Saints, taking goodness from the Saints to make your team better. And I don't put nothing past him. Why you think who gonna let a coach go and talk to a team in the same division? Come on, I don't want to dig it no more than what it is. I'm not gonna let my coach go and talk to Carolina, Atlanta, Tampa Bay. I'm not gonna do that because I play him twice, and he knows us. I'm not gonna do that. But no, not friends. Friends, look, all right, I'm gonna let you go talk to him. Then you go talk to him, and then if it go through and it's where you want to go, yeah, that's where I want to be right there at Carolina. We're gonna give y'all what y'all want here, and there it is right there. And then we're gonna see him in the dome every time you look around, and then what's gonna happen? And say he gonna be 6-0 against us and 7-0 against us or whatever, 8-0 against us. If you get in the playoffs, they'd be a wild card, come in the dome and beat us. I lied years ago, Atlanta Falcons.
You definitely said a lot tonight, man. Definitely appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah, you're right.
Just going on that spiel. Yeah. We needed to hear that.
And I love my team, CB and WD. I love them, but the truth is the light.
Yeah, the truth hurts. Truth stirs up things. I mean, that's just something we gotta hear. Cause I definitely. I mean, I heard him say that, but I ain't really just look at it like that. He started off saying we want the best for Sean. It's one thing. I mean, of course, you want the best for your friend, stuff like that. But you don't put that in that sentence. I mean, they was talking about. The question being asked about the Sean Payton situation. So you replying you want the best. I mean, you referring to the situation, the move he about to get into, the situation he about to get into. So man, we'll see. But yeah, we
He,
definitely need
I'm gonna say this little bit, this little piece right here, and I'm gonna just go after that. CB, watch this. Bill Belichick is in deep with Kraft, right? You don't think Kraft was saying something about when Bill Belichick wanted let Tom Brady go? He know where Tom was at on the downside. He rather give up 2 years of a mediocre team till he find him a quarterback than keep Tom, because he know Tom was on the downside with that offensive system that he was running. That's why I say, and Bill Belichick, he don't have a problem. So you don't think right now Sean Payton had it made in the shade here? I mean, no problem whatsoever. Nothing. He just wanted out because he didn't care about the Saints to me. I don't care about no Super Bowl and all that. You got to give me yourself and see what these people here in New Orleans been waiting for, a coach respectfully to take us to areas that we never been to, and plus more. Like Bill Belichick, that man been there for years, and look what he's done. And he's still putting a team out there that you, as another coach, when you're across the field, you gotta say, "Oh, that's Bill Belichick. I gotta respect my play calling when I'm putting my team out here." So right now, Sean Payton could have been that better position, in that same position. He didn't want that. He went for the money. So I love my team. I'm gonna end it with that. Y'all have a good night, fellas.
All right, man. You too.
Mm.
you too, fam. We definitely got us some truth coming out, man. That's all we asked for. Before
See,
we
nope.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? I'm sorry. Keep going. My bad.
Oh no, you good. I was just gonna read these super chats right quick. I want to apologize for missing these super chats. Y'all heard JT, man, he was spilling, so didn't want to interrupt him. But shout out to James Smart for the 4.99 super chat. Said they gonna run game on Loomis. He trash. I mean, when you got your friend involved, we gonna see. We're gonna see is he gonna sit around and get bitch slapped, or is he gonna, let his nuts hang? Shout out to RG, that dude, for the 4.99 super chat, man. Shout out to both of y'all. So what was you saying, WD?
Well, that man, it was just look. I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't too crazy about Lamar Jackson at the time, but just the fact, the player that Davenport is at this point, the fact that we chose him over Lamar, man, and we sitting up here running RPO only when Taysom is in. Man, come on, man. That's all I gotta see. I'm done, bro. I'm done.
This shit is ridiculous, but I mean, pretty much. definitely, definitely shout out to the caller. I seen the OG Jerry Poor. He was on the line, but he decided to set out, man. Once JT started talking and spitting that real old school, real honest talk, you gotta sit and listen. So man, shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. Jerry, shout out to you, fam. You definitely OG. But WD, any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Oh man, I just want to say, man, it's been a while since I've been on. Obviously the team just ain't been. Well, the team, we had a chance to try to, get a chance to get back in the division, but I mean, losing versus the Bucks game really did it all. Honestly, going forward, man, it's going to be an interesting offseason to say the least. I mean, yes, DA is our head coach. Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not overly upset about it, only because I got a feeling that they're gonna figure out something as far as the offensive coordinator go. Hopefully, we find a quarterback. I don't know how we're gonna do that. I don't know what we're gonna do to do that. I'm talking about immediately coming into this next season. Obviously, it could probably happen the year after, but I'm just thinking about what we could do to get a quarterback this season. That being said, I mean, outside of that, man, I don't really have no expectations at this point. But we'll see, you know. Make sure y'all like this video, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you for JT, man. JT, yeah, you killed it, man. I mean, pretty much hit it, you know. It's crazy though, you know. You say so much. There was so much truth to it, and it just pisses you off the more you think about it. So, but it is what it is, man. This is where we at.
That's a fact.
Wait, what? I must have missed that one.
Well, he said they wanted to bring Davenport, but
To do what?
I hope ain't nobody in that organization said that.
To do what? Y'all see how many sacks he got this season? See, do you know how many sacks Davenport got this season?
Wasn't it 2.5 or something like that?
CB. I'm gonna ask you again. How many sacks do you think Marcus Davenport has for this season?
WD, it was 2.5. No, it was at least 2.5.
CB, it was a half.
Ain't no way, man.
It was a half.
WD, you tell me he ain't get no sack.
It was a half. A half a sack, man. A half a sack, CB.
Oh my goodness. Well, oh man, I don't know what to say on that, man. A half a sack. Oh, well, Who That Nation, man, definitely want to appreciate y'all for tuning in. Definitely some good stuff that was talked about tonight. This is where we at right now. This is gonna really set things up for our off season. This is gonna set things up for our off season. This situation with Sean. So, I mean, if you want to re-listen to this and let you know this whole segment, let you just really think and just go back and listen to it, man. But y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, share this with somebody, man. Y'all please like, subscribe, follow the page, and this is what we at. The Sean Payton situation. Once again, hopefully they can make the right decision. Hopefully Mickey let his nuts hang. And regardless of Sean being his best friend, you know, he can step up if need to, but really let his nuts hang with the GM and get good compensation. If Sean want to go somewhere, if Sean be like, oh, Arizona, that's the spot, you know, I'm want to go, then it's up to Mickey. Let your nuts hang and get us some good compensation. Just don't be passive because it's your best friend and just take any old thing. Because that CD trade, that was basically, we took some shit for that. So, man, we're going to go ahead and get off while I get pissed off even more. But, Who That Nation? Like I said, I will start with some topics and we're going to keep going with the topics. So, let's see, next week, probably Tuesday, if not Tuesday, Thursday. It'll be sometime this week coming up. Gonna come up with a segment or two. We're gonna go live and discuss. Then we're going to get you guys feedbacks. Want to start opening up the phone lines when we do these hitting on different topics. Just want to get you guys feedback. So that's where we're at with that. But this is the WDN Chatline podcast. We are out. Who that?
For life.